On this real estate quick tip update, we're going to talk about preparing for a photo shoot. So, you've signed a listing agreement with a company, hopefully us. If not, it's okay. We'll see you in 6 months. Just kidding. But there's some things you need to do in order to prep for that so that the photographer doesn't have to charge you extra to do some things. So, I have 6 things that I want to go over. I wrote them down here on a piece of paper. I'll put the description in the comments below. And this helps us when we list properties. So I just want to share it with the rest of you. You want to make sure that the house is as bright as possible. Natural light is great. So before the shoot, you want to create as much light. Obviously, open the blinds. You want to do it during the daytime, which is great. Hopefully there's not overcast or bad weather. You want to turn all the interior lights on, open up the drapes and blinds. We also think lighting candles is a great way to warm up the vibe of the room, and it does provide additional lighting in certain areas like corners or the middle of the room. Next, and you don't have to do this in any specific order, but you can, however you like to clean or do your process, these 6 are just pretty much things that will help you. You want to declutter anything from the outside. You want to hide empty planters. You want to hide the hoses, or wind them up. Any trash cans you want to put away or out of sight when they're taking the photos. If you have a shed or a section in your garage where you can stick them so they're not just outside. Any games or any toys, balls, things like that are the kind of things you want to look for. If you have a pool, any pool equipment, you want to leave out. Obviously, you want to make it look staged. So if you have any outdoor lawn equipment or any furniture, you could leave that outside and make it look pretty. But if it's faded or ripped or anything like that, you kind of either want to just put it away for now, put it back until after the photo shoot. When you're inside, you want to declutter the inside. So to make the home look spacious, you want to decrease the amount of furniture in each room. If your home is already somewhat modern, you may not have all the furniture that most people have if they lived in a home for 7 to 10 or 15 plus years, 20 years. So you just want to make sure that you reduce the amount of furniture in each room so when you step in it, you don't feel claustrophobic or it doesn't feel tiny. Because if your home is older, you're already limited on square footage, so you want to make it feel more open. You want to clear all the kitchens and bathroom countertops. So toothbrushes, towels, anything on the countertop, you just want to move it out of the way and keep it out of sight for the photo shoot and during showings. You want to almost, when you have people come to your house on showings, private showings or an open house, you just want to make sure that it almost looks like no one's lived in it. Like it's a model home that you go in to see for the first time, new construction, something like that. If you've ever been on a model home tour, everything's pristine and just out of the way, just nothing is cluttered. You just want to make it look like you haven't lived there. While you're decluttering the inside of the rooms or any of the bathrooms, you also want to make sure that you pretty much thin out your closets. So what that means is if you have 100 shirts and 100 pants, take half out of both to make it look like it's not full. So it gives the illusion that the closet is much larger. If it's just packed with things and clothes and comforters and blankets and backpacks, people take that in the wrong way usually. So yeah, if you can minimize some of that space and make it look like it's half empty, almost like the half glass full theory, people tend to think that, ooh, wow, I could put so much in this closet. It's only half full. The next tip is to make sure it's fresh and clean. Now, fresh and clean, good things to get. Air fresheners that plug in that you don't have to, go around and spray, but sprays are good, but you want to make sure that they're out of sight. So the air fresheners that go on the wall are great because they're kind of small. They let out a scent every once in a while. It's perfect. You also want to do any touch-up paint around the house. If you have nicks, if you have little marks on the door, you want to just touch those up so that, you know, when people are walking around, they really look for that because they try to use that against you in a negotiation. So you want to make sure that touch-up paint, any type of wood chips or, you know, covered up, you've repainted the surface. You just want to make it look fresh and clean. Sometimes using a little warm water and soap on the walls if you have, you know, children and they put their hands on the walls and stuff like that. Just a quick little wipe down, nothing crazy, but you want to make sure that all the nicks and scuffs are just repainted, touch up, any of that stuff. The next tip is to depersonalize the home. Now, I know some people are, you know, it's very emotional. Most of the time it's very emotional. So, you know, and it's your home. So you have pictures of your family, your dog, your cousin's dog, your aunt's brother's ferret, you know, the Christmas cards everywhere. That's great, but it's good to put that stuff away. You know, any magazines that you have laying around, toys, stuff like that. You just want to, like I said, you want to go for that model look. And when you go to a model home, they give you a taste of what each of the rooms can look like. You know, a children's room or an office. They don't clutter it. They take away. There's no family photos. It's just clean and to the point. So I know some of you may take this and be like, well, you know, this is my home. Someone will appreciate the photos, but you know, sometimes not everyone has the same taste as everyone. So they just want to see it clean and, you know, don't really want to look at your personal items. And make sure you take items off the fridge, anything hanging from the doors, any signs. Some kids, you know, when I was a kid, used to hang posters everywhere. You kind of want to take those down, keep the walls clean, not bare, but you want to keep them clean. The last tip is to accessorize. Now, what I mean by accessorize is to add pop to each room with some fresh flowers, or, you know, if you have a really nice little area that you appreciate, or a little coffee nook or breakfast nook that you really want to show off, you know, put something there that's going to really draw the attention. Something clean, something concise, something that's just going to be like, wow, this, I can really enjoy some time here. You really want to bring attention to that. Like I said, you don't want to clutter the countertops, but, you know, something that's going to draw the attention to that one area. If you just remodeled your kitchen and, you know, there's a beautiful angle that the light comes in at and you want to show that off, you know, put something in the focal point of that to make it look extra special. We really hope that these tips come in handy when it comes to staging your home. For a photographer, they're really going to appreciate it. They're obviously going to have their own flavor, their own spin on it, but these are the 6 things that you can really do to help you know, get your home ready to be sold. And also, we've given these tips out to our clients, and they actually, when they moved into their new home, they've taken them and kind of decluttered their house so that, you know, they have a new style. So it could be something that you even just use to, you know, spring clean. So it's something that we really think would really help, and we hope you enjoy the tips. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.